What do you say, wholeheads? Happy Taco Tuesday. Finn, the loudmouth for the ACO, here with a taco after our first ACO Pro Series Skins Major. And he might be conspicuous in his absence, but he'll be here in a moment. The loudmouth can't do the taco, really, to be honest with you, without the Cornhole Dude, Frank Geers. I've already started without you. I apologize. Cheers. And if he were here, I'm sure he would say, psh. So the bottom line is, we're underway. And how about that opening slide? I think that summed up the vibe in Charleston perfectly. We're going to get to that here in just a moment. But as you saw, if you were watching the entire major, we streamed on the ACO YouTube channel. We invite you to get out there and become a part of that. Subscribe, hit that notification bell. So as new content is rolling up, like it was from the Toyota Arena yesterday and from Charleston and even further back, all that new content you'll be notified when it goes live, so you can check it out to be sure. Also, don't forget, check out our we're pushing out a lot more information to make it easier for you to get to at your tip of your fingers, literally mainly your thumb. Instagram and our X channel, which is the artist formerly known as Twitter. Also, Facebook will still be used to push you toward the places that you need to go, because we know that that's the way a lot of you receive your information. So check that out. Also, that ACO text push, if you would like to get ACO text updates that come from us to you, whether they're time changes or anything, comes right to your fingertips. All you have to do is text ACO to 833-695-1318. 833-695-1318, as you see right there. Also, if you've got any short videos, we've got a thing that we're working with Boogie on, these Boogie Buzz clips, much shorter than what we were doing with the Boogie Buzz cuts last season. But these are going to be shorts that we can post that are just going to be a lot of fun. If you've got anything under 60 seconds that you would love to show us, whether you're out playing, no matter where you are, go ahead and send them to me. taco@americancornhole.com. taco@americancornhole.com. And we'll get to that as well, because that's also the key address for a lot of other things, which we will address in just a few moments. Season 19 memberships still out there and available. If you want to be earning points toward these majors and with the majors and toward the worlds, you need to get that membership now. A couple different levels. There's an easy to get to $20 level, and then if you want to join in and add up to and get it up to that $50 level, you can do that at a later time. But you definitely want to check that out at AmericanCornhole.com. So we'll bring him in on screen now, because I have a couple of big questions for the Cornhole Dude, and let's see if we can't pull him up and find out a couple of different things specifically about where he is and where he's been. So Frank Geers, the Cornhole Dude, welcome to the program. Glad to have you here, because it's just not a taco without you.
Well, Finny, the only thing that's missing right now is a little. I'm hydrating right now with a little aqua.
Well, that leads to my first question. Where are you, and what are you doing there?
Yeah, so right now I'm actually in Indiana, South Bend, doing a site visit up here at the old Notre Dame establishment. So just coming off a trip out to see my dear friend William Howe out in California there.
Yeah, in Ontario.
California. So
yeah, and that was my next question. Where were you, and what were you doing? But I think you can see on screen, this is what you were doing. You're at the Toyota Arena in Ontario, California. And this is pretty big. The MASL, the Indoor Soccer League out there, you had the Empire Strikers game, but they had a double header, correct? It was USA versus Mexico, men and women. So what are we looking at in these slides? What was going on in Ontario?
Yeah, so what was happening out in Ontario it was awesome. So how the MASL brought us in. They had the USA versus Mexico contest going on. And if anybody hasn't actually seen this sport, I mean, it's high pace, high action, it's fast. I mean, if you're ever going to a hockey match, it's very similar, but you're playing soccer, and I really wasn't sure what to expect with the sport, and I really enjoyed watching this tournament. They had a men's, women's both going on, and it was good stuff, man. But we ran a cornhole tournament, as you can see from the slides, outdoors. We had like 20 teams, $2,000 on the line. The top two finishers, Finn, got to go down at halftime during the men's game and compete center court, I guess you call it center field.
Midfield. Midfield is what the soccer players say.
Midfield?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, you saw a photo of that there But no, that's cool. And that video of the entire experience that also features William Boom Howe in there is available on the YouTube channel that we mentioned earlier. So you can go check out the entire video there if you would like to do that. But that's pretty cool. Thousands of people had come in to see USA versus Mexico, women's game and the men's game and the MASL. And I think, to your point, I think a lot of people that don't like soccer per se, if they saw indoor soccer first and they got into the excitement and the enthusiasm of that, might then have been maybe more into outdoor soccer. I don't know. I played indoor soccer. I thought I was hot shit, pardon my French. And I was pissed off that I wasn't starting. And my coach goes, well, you'll get in. You don't worry about it. He put me in. I went out over the wall, went in. And about 90 seconds later, I'm like, I need out. I'm gassed. I am totally gassed. Get me out of here. And that's how that plays and why it plays that way. So check all that out on the YouTube channel, the ACO YouTube channel, and you'll be able to
it was a great event.
Check the whole thing out. And so let's do this. Let's go from where you were to where you were right before where you were, and that was Charleston, West Virginia. And boy, how about this? The Charleston Major, our second major of the season already, with the first ever ACO Pro Series skins bracket. 50 pros out there battling for 16 spots. And I'll tell you something, the frame games meant a lot more, and those 16 spots meant a lot more.
But I'll tell you what, I mean, I think we're really onto something with this frame game, and the skins game. I mean, I think the pro players really enjoyed that. I enjoyed it as a spectator and a scorer over there. I mean, it's almost like going back to that indoor soccer thing. It's faster action. It's more interesting and intriguing shots. I mean, when you have money on the line now, every freaking frame, every bag matters. It's a big deal, Finn, and this is a game changer, I think, for the sport of cornhole.
Yeah, I agree, and I think we obviously, the comments that we were getting from those that were viewing were digging it. The players all resoundingly enjoyed it. But I think what's interesting, you said it's more interesting. I think it's more interesting in a certain way, and now you have two different ways to play the game. You have the strategic wear down your opponent, work at your pace, and we see that a lot more. We tend to see that more in the seniors game. Then you have this skins game where, as you said, every bag matters until it doesn't. And that's something that we noticed as well, which we weren't really anticipating, is when you don't care if you lose a frame by 7 or 8 points, you can take that riskier shot because it ultimately basically is worth 1 point or a carryover 2 or 3 or 4. If you are far behind, you want to push 2 or 3 frames together into one and try to make it all up at once. So the decision making, and I heard this from a lot of the pros that played in it, was far different. Russell Tabers was talking about it. Craig Irvin was talking about it. It changed the way they thought about how aggressive they would be in any given frame, and knowing you had to be the first one to win 7. So it's interesting to note as well, and this will come back here with the results from Charleston. The very first skin in American Cornhole Organization skins competition was scored by, do you know? This is trivia someday.
Isaac Hurt.
Isaac Hurt, that's exactly right.
I completely guessed that.
Well, you're exactly right.
Only because he was the 1 seed, and I figured that he might have won that first.
Yes, he threw a 142 SCR in his frame game. I believe it was Dakota Payne threw a 140. Caleb Hurt threw a 140, so they were 1 and kind of 2-3 respectively. But the first ever skin was scored by Isaac Hurt. Later on, come full circle, the man holding the big win and the big old wooden thing, as my man the Mississippi Ninja likes to say, was his brother Caleb Hurt, who was on a mission. And boy, I tell you something, as great as the skins cornhole was when the competition and all the other divisions popped up, it was amazing. We saw some of the best matches on center court we've ever seen. We saw, as you've talked about bringing in more people in and widening the field for those who want to play names and games we hadn't seen before on center court, or we just started seeing at the end of last season. And how about, I mean, co-ed doubles was a bit of a revenge match, if you will. Congratulations to Josie Claire and Braden Easterling. Josie Claire was in the finals and ended up being double dipped in the finals of the women's. And how about Kelsey Heidert? She double dipped her and took her first purple jersey of the season and the women's division. So when Kelsey beat her and double dipped her in women's a little bit later on, Josie and Braden Easterling ended up getting a little revenge in the co-ed doubles. We had another double dip. And how about Bob Heil? Bob Heil steps up and he double dips, and that was pretty amazing. He takes down seniors. He got bounced in his very first game in the bracket and worked his way all the way back through the losers bracket and takes his first purple jersey. So it's pretty cool. In juniors, it was Isaac Hurt. He ended up taking his first purple jersey of the season. In doubles, they wore the gold. They shined the gold. They dusted it off, and they came out and they dominated. And Phillip said, I'm going to keep picking them until somebody beats them. That was Caleb and Isaac Hurt. And then overall singles, you're not going to believe this. You weren't there for overall singles. Who do you think won overall singles?
Let me think about it. You can't lose. Let's go with the Hurt.
Caleb, A Hurt. It was Caleb Hurt. So yeah, the big hardware, the big hardwood, the big money. A lot of it went home in the Hertz trailer, which is just getting bigger and bigger. But I'll tell you something. Kelsey Heidert, Bob Heil, Josie and Braden, good stuff. Josie and Braden had a great year last year in Charleston, West Virginia together. This year was no different. So congratulations to them. And you're seeing on the video here, you're seeing a lot of what it was like to be in the arena. And you're seeing our bag partners. And you're seeing all our bag partners for season 19 scrolling across the bottom. But a special thanks to Gusto, who had both teams in the doubles playing in the finals with Gusto bags, because it was Craig Irvin and his stunt double playing against Tyler Amos, playing against the Hertz, all of them using the Gusto bags. You had Ruthless Bags, Cisco and his crew. You had Clinton there with IMF. Congratulations to those who were throwing IMF. I think it was Mike Walters who was throwing that in the seniors. He had to be double dipped by Bob Heil. And then Bramey bags, brand new to the scene, on site as well. So 4 manufacturers out there, everybody busy all weekend long. So that was good stuff. And I tell you, the big question, what do you think the biggest question was that we were asked out there all weekend after you left?
Do I have to play with stamp bags?
No, actually. I think everybody kind of figured that out. Everybody knows stamp bags.
Good. I don't know. What was the next biggest question?
It was, didn't you say when you were in Charleston you were going to tell us where the Worlds were going to be? And the reason, and we did say that. We were originally going to announce that at the Worlds, but we've decided a week from tomorrow, a special edition of the Taco, we will announce where the World Championships will be for season 19. So if you're watching, know that, spread the word. Next Wednesday, a week from Wednesday, the 20th, we will have a special Worlds Only edition of the Taco to let you know where we're going to be for season 19. So now let's talk about where we're going. This weekend, this is cool. We're going to be in Buffalo, New York, at one of the coolest venues for any sport, to be honest with you, in Buffalo at the Riverworks. And you're going from South Bend straight to Buffalo, yes?
I am, but I want to skip back for 1 second. I want to talk one thing about the skins, because, again, just one more comment about the skins out there in Charleston, West Virginia, if I can. You know, the skins is so unique and so fun, but a game, I was watching one of the games, and I think somebody, I don't know who the player was, but they were up 4-0. They had 4 skins, right? There was 3 skins that had pushed, all right? So now we're into a frame that if player A wins that frame, they win the game, they get 7 skins, it's over, right? So, but if player B wins that frame, now all of a sudden it's gone from a shutout to almost an even match, 4-3, right? So that's what's so cool, and things can change quick like that with the frame game, dude. And I love the frame game.
The skins game.
But playing a frame, but the skins. And I love the skins because I think the skins is really, really a fun change of pace for Cornhole and the Pro Series. Coming over to Buffalo, though, I'm excited. I'm going to be headed to Buffalo on Thursday. We've got a cool kickoff bash that's going on Thursday night. Really, we're trying to get a lot of the local players in the Buffalo, New York area to compete in this thing. Out at the Waterworks. The Waterworks is
Riverworks.
Cool too, I think you had a Riverworks. I mean, not Waterworks. Riverworks. but you had a chance to stop by there and do a site visit for us, and pretty cool place, huh?
Yeah, we had made a trip to Niagara Falls, which is right there. I mean, the American side of the Niagara Falls is right there. We went across to Canada and looked back at the falls, the Horseshoe Falls and everything. But on the way back, we stopped by Riverworks, and this place is insane. It is massive. They have hockey rinks built in. They have concerts there all the time. The bar and restaurant is massive. They were running I think it was a run for breast cancer awareness and fundraising when we were there. So it was packed with folks getting registered and getting ready to go. And we're going to have the whole place to ourselves to get started, which is going to be fun. And there has been a time change. If you're heading out or spreading the word, understand there's been a time change. On Friday and Saturday, doors are now going to open at 8 a.m. and bags start flying at 9 a.m. Give you a chance to sleep in a little bit if you're out enjoying, any of the nightlife or what's going on there on the river. You are right there on the river as well. But Niagara Falls is right there. It's all good stuff. And Riverworks is just killer. This place is too cool.
No, it's great. Again, doors open at 9 on both days, and we throw bags at 10. 9 and 10 are our 2 times.
Is that what I said, or did I say 8 and 9?
You said 8 and 9, but that's all right.
I'm a dope.
Every now and then I do correct you, even though you're the wise one on the show.
Oh, hell. It was 8 and 9. Now it's 9 and 10. And I'm even the one who posted all of it on the social. I'm an idiot.
But no, seriously, Thursday night, we don't do, Finn, I don't think we do enough of this, because we're looking to do this in Pocatello, Idaho, too. These welcome bashes, get people from the local community playing in the tournaments and stuff like that. So it's a good buy-in on Thursday night, guaranteed. I think it's 5 games for a
Switch Holio.
Switch Holio going on. $20 buy-in. The top 16, I think it is, local players, end up winning a free pass into Saturday's $2,000 tournament. So lots of good stuff. And Finn, at this Buffalo tournament, this is where we're going to introduce adaptive cornhole on Saturday. We've got somewhere between, I think, 6 to 8 teams minimum that are coming out to compete in the first ever adaptive cornhole that'll be taking place on Saturday afternoon. So if you're in the New York area, the Buffalo area, please come on out to Riverworks and grab a beer and watch some of the activity going on.
Well, and I think the key thing to keep reinforcing is you do not have to be a member to come out and play on Thursday. As a matter of fact, you can win free membership. To your point, you said you can win your way into the tournament, but with that comes a free membership. Then you get your opportunity to get into the doubles tournament, which has a $2,000 prize purse. So every chance to come out. And the reason we're calling it the Backyard Bash is it's for, instead of just the welcome bash, our pros already know what welcome bashes are. Our players know what welcome bashes are. Right. They know where to sniff it out, and we tell you where to come in for the Thursday night opening party. This is an opportunity to come get to know the ACO right in your own backyard. So if you know anybody in the area that's thinking about getting into it or wants to come out, plus we have the time to sit and talk you through how it all works. Sometimes if you come in on maybe a Friday or a Saturday and everything's in full swing, it might be tough to kind of get a grip on everything. You come out, no membership required on Thursday. You're going to have a chance to meet the ACO on your home turf. And then you have a chance to win that membership and win your way into the doubles championships or into the doubles pool play on Saturday. But you can also find out about other brackets you can get into as well. So that's the whole idea. Let's bring more people. Let's keep growing the game. I know the Buffalo Cornhole Club, we've reached out to talk to them to let them know they're welcome to come out and be a part of it. Anybody you know in the area, come on out. If you're thinking about coming in, maybe extend your stay to check out Niagara Falls, it's absolutely worth it. Very, very cool. But all the information is right there on the Buffalo Backyard Bash. Again, no membership needed. You can win that membership and win your way into the doubles pool play, and you're good to go. And then we're going to say goodbye to you because we know you have got to get back to meetings. So cheers to the Cornhole Dude. Have a great afternoon. Enjoy Buffalo, and you will definitely see him out and about having a cold one. They got a lot of great offerings up there as well at Riverworks.
Finn,
cheers.
Finn, keep on doing what you're doing and keep on pitching, baby.
There you go. All right. So the Cornhole Dude, you can see he never stops. He literally, I think, has been home since the Worlds for a total of 6 days. Because if you think about it, then it was straight out. He had a straight out trip. Then it was Field of Dreams, And then there was another conference down south. Then it was Charleston, West Virginia. Well, then it was Louisiana. Then back home for a day, do some laundry. Charleston, fly out of Charleston, or drive out of Charleston, get out, fly out to Ontario, back to, oh my gosh, South Bend, and South Bend to Buffalo, and then back. So he's out there working hard on our behalf, and the effort certainly does not go unnoticed because it allows us to get out and do what we're doing. But that's going to wrap it up. Just a couple of different things. I told you, taco at AmericanCornhole.com is where we want you to send pictures of ACO before, stupid human tricks, all the different things that we've talked about. Where in the world is the ACO? Where are you wearing your stuff? And that, I wanted to make sure I reminded you of that address before. But no taco would be complete, and no talk of an upcoming major would be complete if we didn't wrap things up with telling you who's going to win, or at least who he thinks is going to win. And you know what to do if he thinks you should pick you. It's a little thing we like to call Time to Fill.
Welcome to another episode of Time to Fill. I'm shooting this on 911. I hope everybody takes a moment to remember the ones we lost in that tragic day in U.S. history. Now, on to Buffalo, New York, third major of the year. Let's start out with women. I'm going to go with Martina Belt, but Kim Dice, Josephina Ernsberger, and Tiffany Sparks may have something to say about that. Seniors, Mike Walters gets the job done this week. He got double dipped in the finals last week. Juniors, Isaac Hurt is going to win this field. But let's see if Bryce Jefferson can give him a challenge. In co-ed, I'm going to go with the team of Tiffany Sparks and John Reisner, who made a run in the doubles last week in Charleston. But watch out for Chad and Kim in this division also. On to doubles, I'm going to go with the Hurts until somebody beats them. But Gary Ferguson is teaming up with Jack Harco here. Could they give him a challenge? Or how about Tiffany Sparks and John Reisner making another run in doubles like they did last week in Charleston? In singles, I'm going to go with Caleb Hurt. But watch out for Jack Harco, Gary Ferguson, or even his brother Isaac, who might can knock him off the throne. And that's going to be my picks this week on Time to Field. If you think I should pick you, prove me wrong.
Not many people proved him wrong this past weekend. Let's find out what happens in Buffalo. Thanks to Phillip Barnett, the Mississippi Ninja. If you're heading to Buffalo, safe travels. Enjoy the venue. You're going to love it. Check out Niagara Falls, all the different things they got going on around town. There's plenty of them. Have a Tim Hortons donut for me, if you would. Maybe bring some. You can mail them to me if you'd like. I can't find one down here to save my life. Lots more coming on upcoming editions of the Taco. Frank, safe travels to you. And if you're out and about, enjoy the rest of your Taco Tuesday tonight. Thanks to everybody who made it possible. And they're all going to be in the credits, I do believe. So have a great rest of your Taco Tuesday night. Don't forget, we will announce the Worlds 1 week from tomorrow night on a special tiny edition of the Taco Worlds only on the 20th. In the meantime, on behalf of Frank Geers, the Cornhole Dude, I'm Finn, the Loudmouth for the ACO, reminding you to keep on pitching.